Mr. Griswold, I have been trying to figure out the best way to have an alternate means of communication. And I understand you have some products here that might help.
We do have products that help, and as I explained to you earlier, this type of equipment over here has limited use. It has also size restrictions. I mean, you're not gonna, would you want to put this in your pocket?
Well, let me see the heaviness of it first of all.
Let's put this in your pocket.
Oh my goodness.
And then we can also, now this will allow you to communicate,
wait, no.
but now keep in mind, everybody you want to communicate needs all this.
Yes.
So, you know, you got 5 people?
Yeah.
So let's just say you got $1,000 here.
Okay.
You got $5,000 spent?
Not today, no.
Okay, and you're not going to put that in your purse, are you?
No.
In your pocket?
No,
okay.
it's really
so it works.
convenient.
It works, but and it's good for hobby.
Yes.
I'm a hobby ham radio guy. I love talking on ham radio. But I understand my wife also is not going to be toting that around. She doesn't have a little backpack where she can stick that coming out. So yeah, it's good. These, you seen these in Walmart?
Sure,
good?
yeah.
Okay.
They say they have like a range of 20 miles.
Yeah, that's what they say, isn't it? You know, if I was on the Soyuz spacecraft and I was approaching the International Space Station, nothing, no air, no restrictions, no buildings, no houses, I might get that. Okay. But on planet Earth, we have trees, buildings, hills. That all blocks these signals. So effectively, this radio right here will get maybe a half a mile. So unless your children are within about a half a mile of you, these aren't going to do any good. Now, I will say we use them on our ranch because I talk to my wife 100 feet away, 200 feet away. So they're limited use. Again, very limited use.
So they're not good for an emergency, really?
No. Okay. They're not good for an emergency.
So then, of course, we all have cell phones these days.
Okay, yeah.
However,
well, again,
it all go down?
you're out here visiting me right now, aren't you?
Yes.
Where's your cell phone?
It's actually...
Don't give me a call on it.
I can't.
Why not?
Because it's not getting a signal.
It's not getting a signal,
no.
So you can't call me.
I can't.
Okay, you know, that's a problem, isn't it?
It really is.
Now, it's a problem just because we're going to try to organize what time we have dinner tonight, right?
Sure.
Okay, what happens if your children were missing? Let's just say there's a crisis and your children were at school or they were at the mall or your husband's at work and you go to take your cell phone and, you know, okay, I'm going to dial a phone number and let's just see. I try to dial it. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not working.
You're panicking then.
Yeah, you really are. And it doesn't work. And
now you can't think about what you're doing in your circumstance. You're concerned about what your family is.
I call it mental assets.
Yes.
I have just taken my mental assets, which I need to be solving problems with, and I've diverted them to panic. And you know, when you're panicked, that's not a good problem-solving position to be in. So you're in a position where you're panicked. Is my husband alive? Is he okay? Is he dead? 9/11 happened that. You saw all the posters on the walls everywhere. Have you seen this person? Have you seen that person? You know, and everybody was panicked. Where's my loved ones? And sometimes it took weeks to sort that out. Well, that's not acceptable. It's just not. And so I want to know where my children are at. I want to know how I can communicate with them. I want to know how we can meet up and you know, as a crisis develops, we can solve it together as a family, where my mental assets, your mental assets, my children's mental assets are all working together to solve a problem.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I see a lot of things though.
Yeah.
How easy or difficult is this for the four of us? Myself, my husband, and 2 kids that live in New York State.
Do you have little Bluetooth headsets?
Sure.
Is it easy for you to sync those?
Well, yes.
Okay, well, that's all you gotta do.
Okay.
It's just as easy as doing that.
Good enough.
You just push a button to sync it. There's a little thing on here, and it syncs up, locks it in this, and so you just made the equipment usable for you. Very easy to do. Again, going back to this, I need an FCC license to use it. If I get caught using without an FCC license, the fines can be pretty dramatic.
That's not good.
And it did take me years to learn how to use it effectively. So that was a great question, by the way, because this is simple. This is real simple to use. So all I have to do is do that, and in my circle of friends, I can share my location with my wife and my children, so then we're all locked in here, and then all I have to do is I want to send them a message. You can see there's my wife. Okay. There's my wife's location, and then I just hit message, and I type in a message to what I want to text her. It doesn't use the cell phone service. It uses a satellite. So it goes up to the satellite and comes back down to her, and that way she can then text me back. We can communicate with each other. There's actually a maps feature, which you can see. That map has now located where I'm at. So I'll know exactly where she's at. I'll have communication with her.
Okay.
And man, you've just solved a lot of problems right there.
Now,
I know.
we each have to have a Bivy and the phone that attaches, correct? Each individual.
If I have this, I can text anybody on the planet as long as they have that Bivy app on their phone.
Okay.
Now, if cell phone services are down in both locations, and she doesn't have a Bivy, I can send her text. She won't be able to send back to me.
Understood.
Okay. But if we both have this,
yes,
we can communicate anywhere on the planet.
Okay.
And again, it's like a satellite phone. I've been in places that did not have satellite phone service, like in the middle of the Arabian Desert. Mm-hmm. You're there. Now, not everybody's going to find themselves there, but they might be up in the Appalachian Trail where you don't have service and you want to talk to people. Satellite phone store has the satellite phones that you can actually get, and that'll allow you to, as long as you have open skies, you can talk to anybody on the planet.
Right.
Let's just say I'm up on the Appalachian Trail or somewhere and I get hurt or lost. Again, all I have to do
it has an emergency button.
Let's just say, you know, something was happening. Maybe your children, I'm going to bring it up, were abducted.
Yes.
They have this in their pocket. They just push that button, and it just
silently.
Yeah,
they've said
it's
where
like
they
a
are.
silent alarm.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
that's worth it right there.
Well, it is. And again, they can just keep this in their pocket. Again, you know, if somebody sees this on them, first of all, it's not going to be effective, and second of all, that's the first thing they're going to take away from them.
Sure.
You're not going to. I'm not going to take that away from you. You can't have that.
Absolutely.
But this, I mean, if they were smart and something was like happen, they could, you know, put it down places where, you know.
So far, we have a cost-effective, weight-effective, double layer of protection with a safety mechanism.
Yeah. And the nice thing about it is too, it's the satellites don't go down.
Yes.
You know, I mean, granted, anything can happen, but the odds of this thing going down, my cell phone going down, are much, much, much higher.
Yes.
Also, concerning the HF radio, if the atmospherics are not completely right, if you don't have what they could skip off the ionosphere, you're not talking. I mean, you're not talking. So it's nice to have, and I've talked to people all over the world with this, but it's problematic.
Okay, so if I'm a prepper, I'm going to ask this question. Is it effective during an EMP?
It all depends. Again, you know, you can put all this kind of stuff in EMP protected bags. Sure. So that protects it. Satellites are generally EMP protected. I actually knew somebody who worked on EMP protection, hardened satellites. So yes, I mean, they're not going to put a $100 million satellite up in the sky to have it easily taken out. Okay. It's just not happening. Anything can happen, but we always look at the probability of things. Understood. You know, the probability of me getting, say, mugged, okay? If I get down to a big city at night, or if I'm on my ranch in the middle of the night, where's the probability of me being mugged? Well, of course. So it's always a thing of probabilities. Anything can happen, but as you start looking at the order of probability, this gives you one of the best securities you can get.
It certainly does. Well, it makes me feel safe. How does one get started?
Well, all you have to do is if you go to my website, RMR, like Ready Made Resources, Romeo, Mike Romeo, RMRBivy.com.
And how do you spell Bivy?
Bivy is B like Bravo, I like India, V like Victor, Y like Yankee. Bivy.com, RMRBivy.com. It'll take you right to the Satellite Phone Store's website, and you can sign up there. And again, you get this free. It's a monthly service, and there's different layers of monthly service depending on what you want to do. Also, you know, with most electronic devices today, you don't have to plug them into a wall anymore. The nice thing is you can carry this with you in your pocket. I can put this in a backpack. Now, I don't have to carry this. I can leave this in my car, and if it starts to get battery low, whatever, I can just charge this product right here, putting it into the little port back here, and I can keep all these devices running and operational.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So I think it is too. And you can also, if you did have a cigarette lighter adapter, just plug it in there and charge it off that. Nice hard case, you can put it all in there. It all fits in there. See, the solar panel fits in there nice. You take the foam out and it all goes in there nice and tight. So you can carry that in your car and you'd be good to go wherever you go. I really like this because, you know, listen, I'm 66. I like being independent, but people my age do have problems. And if I was up on the mountain hiking and I had a health issue or fell, you know, it's all it takes. Just hit that.
That's right. That's right. It's an amazing product. Thank you so much.
To order your Bivy stick, go to ReadyMadeResources.com. That's ReadyMadeResources.com, or call toll-free 1-800-627-3809. Operators are standing by to take your orders now. That's 1-800-627-3809.